Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Drew Tube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the GCVs, the Galactic Family, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it, shall we? Look, how to keep a level head in the midst of chaos and confusion when dealing with narcissists. All right, narcissistic people, they love to cause someone chaos. They love to cause someone confusion. How to keep a level head in the midst of all that is to know who you are and to know you're not them. You're going to have to learn how to detach from people's behavior. How you detach from people's behavior is you have to regulate and process correctly. How you regulate and process correctly is by knowing that how people act, what people do, the things people say is coming from a place of self-hatred. You're going to have to understand that how they feel is not necessarily because of something that you're doing. You have no control over how people feel because of you. They want you to think it's your fault. They want you to think you're the cause of why they're treating you, but it's because they're immature and you cause them to feel some type of way. If a narcissistic person feels some type of way around you, it's because you're great. All right. It's because they can't stand the fact that you have something that they don't have in them. That's nothing we already don't know. But what they're going to do is they're going to try to cause chaos in your life because of it. All right. They want you to be confused as to why they're doing this. They want you to feel like you're at fault. They want you to feel like you're doing something to them. And this is what causes you to walk on eggshells when you're early on in the periods of abuse that they're giving you, because it's like when you think something is wrong with you and you aren't aware that it's actually them, you're going to try to go about changing things to try to please them because you want to solve the problem and it's not your fault. All you want to do is make things right. You're like, okay, I'm around some people that are treating me a certain way. What can I do to try to fix this? Let me act different. Let me try to be different. Let me see what I could do to change to try to fix the situation. But once you try to go about changing who you are, you stand a chance of losing who you are. And that's what they want. That's the chaos. That's the confusion they try to cause. They want you to lose yourself and lose who you are trying to please them. They want you to become somebody else because the person that you are is causing them to lose their mind. The person that you are is causing them to have to deal with trauma. All right. And they like to inflict pain on people who cause them to have to pay attention to the things they need to fix about themselves. Something that they let go of and didn't fix. Something that they forgot about and choose to act like it's not there, but it's there. They try to hide how they feel inside. All right. They'll hide it by preoccupying themselves with activities, with things that they love to do. That's why when you see someone, it's like, yo, how could you be so involved in that? How could you, like, why does it seem like this person has a fake level of being involved in and liking the things that they love? All right. People love to do things. People like to do things, but sometimes people will use the things that they like and the things that they love to make them forget about who they are. It's like romanticism. It's like people during the Great Depression. That's when a lot of movies came out. That's when a lot of things that people, that's when people really got into baseball and stuff like that. People really got into sports because it took their mind off of their situation. All right. People, not to say just narcissistic people, but when people have something that is bothering them, or when people are getting abused, it's like a child that is really into Superman. All right, the child is getting abused, but Superman makes the child feel like he's unabusable. It makes the child feel like can't nothing hurt them. It makes the child feel like you can't do them any harm because dun, 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 they're Batman. Dun, 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 they're Superman. Dun, 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 they're the Flash. So it's like people will place things in place of their hurt to cover up how they feel, and we all do this. But at some point, you have to come to a conclusion that, you know what, I can't keep hiding behind this facade. I can't keep hiding behind this mask. I can't keep pretending that what I'm dealing with is not there. And that's the difference between them and us. We don't pretend to not deal with what's not there. We're not fake. We're straight up with ourselves and with everybody else. And when you could keep it real with other people, and when you could keep, not necessarily other people, when you could even keep it real with yourself, your energy is going to be different, and people can pick up on that. And people, there are going to be some real people who be like, yo, you're real. And there are going to be people who can deal with you, people who can handle the type of person that you are. Not to say you're real like when keeping it real goes wrong, like not that real. All right, you don't want to be so real to where you keep it real and it goes wrong. You want to be real in the sense to where you don't lie to yourself. Narcissistic people, they lie to themselves, they lie to other people with the facade. That's the facade that they put on. They put on a mask. They go out into the world and they pretend to be this person who seems to have everything understood, everything under control. They seem to be a confident, complete person who has nothing wrong with them. Nobody's like that. Everybody has something wrong with them, or has something that needs work, or something that needs to be fixed. Everybody is not always right. All right. Everybody is wrong sometimes. Even when you think you're right, sometimes you're wrong. But the thing is, some people can come to terms with that and some people can't. All right. That's why they get that injury, because they have to feel uncomfortable and deal with what they know to be wrong when they lied to themselves so many days, so many nights, so many times, swept certain things under the rug, and that's how they deal with it. All right, that's how they deal with it in an immature way. They deal with things in the sense of, you know what, I'm gonna act like this doesn't exist. We deal with things in the sense of, yo, I have to deal with this because if not, it's going to eat me alive. I can't just sweep it under the rug. I can't just forget about it and act like it doesn't exist. I don't care how people look at me. I don't care how I feel about it. I want to get this out the way. It's like a thorn in my side. It's like a rock in my shoe. All right. It's like my hand is on the stove and somebody's pressing somebody's hands on top of my hand. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to overpower that person to get my hand off the stove because it's burning me. All right. So you have this burning desire inside to want to change and to fix things because you want to be a well-rounded, well-developed person. You don't want to be somebody that's hurt. You don't want to be somebody who just ignores what they have to deal with and act like it's not there. But not everybody is that type of person. All right. So with that being said, all right, that is how you know that you're dealing with someone that's trying to cause chaos and confusion. All right. How to deal with them and keep a level head is you realize that the things that they're feeling, the things that they're going through, it's not you. All right. These people don't deal with the things that they have to deal with. All right. They act like it's not that important. They don't think that the problems that they're having are causing them to be different. They don't see that what they're going through is causing them to treat people in a negative way. They don't see that. All right. You try to tell them like, hey, you're treating me in a way to where I don't want to be treated. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to accept that. They think that you're soft because of that. They think that you're the problem. You can't take me. All right. That's why they think you're a weak person. It's like, oh, you can't even take me. You can't handle me. They think because somebody can't deal with them, they lie to themselves and tell themselves it's because they're too strong of a person. Oh, I'm a strong person. That's why you can't deal with me. I'm a tough person. That's why you can't deal with me. You need to toughen up. No, it's not that this person needs to toughen up. You're actually the one that needs to toughen up because you're living through a facade. All right, and we've all lived through a facade. We've all had times to where we weren't being totally real with ourselves, but there are people who will kick that to the curb, and there'll be people who are going to keep it real with themselves, and they're going to look in the mirror. All right, a lot of narcissistic people, they don't even look in the mirror, they walk right past it. You're the type of person that looks in the mirror because you just know that with your self reflection, that in order for you to become a greater person, a better person, you're going to have to get over that sooner or later because you know it's going to hold you back. You know it's going to hold you back. That's why they flock together, because they hang around other people that don't see an issue with them, don't see a problem with them, because they're all fake together. They'll all keep it fake with themselves together. There are people who choose to keep it real. There are people who choose to keep it fake. So how you keep a level head in the midst of the chaos they try to cause for you, you know that it's deeper than than meets the eye. This is deeper than the surface level. All right, this is something that this person has not dealt with. This is something that this person is ignoring. This doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not going to take this personal. All right, so when you take things personal, you're going to be stuck in the chaos. You're going to be caught up in their negativity and the drama, because you're going to be taking personal how they treat you, instead of looking at it as, okay, this is somebody that needs to heal. If I have to, I'll love them from a distance and I'll wish them the best. When you try to bring these things to their attention, all they're going to do is point the finger back at you. Well, you're not perfect. You have things you need to fix, obviously. But the reason why I'm even able to bring this to your attention is because I'm trying to help you. I know I have things I need to fix. I'm actually working on myself, and I'm trying to help you be aware so that you could do the same thing. But some people, their hurt is so deep that they're just stuck in it, and that's just how they want to live the rest of their life. They don't want to deal with the things that bothered them. They're actually not strong enough, they think, to deal with that. They don't think they have enough strength. All right, but they actually do. So you actually have enough strength. You're aware that you have enough strength. You know that you're strong enough to deal with the things you're dealing with. That's why when you come around them, they try to make you feel like it's your fault because you're strong and they feel weak. Their insecurities start to bubble up, and they realize that, man, I got to work on this. Man, I got to fix this, but I don't want to, because if I do, I'm going to have to deal with how I was treated. I'm going to have to deal with how I feel about things. I'm going to have to think something negative. All right. It's like making a mess and just ignoring it. All right. That's why they say it's like sweeping it under the rug. It's like making a mess and not cleaning up. It's only so long until a person is like, yo, this is filthy. I got to clean this up. I don't want to live like this anymore. Look at how I'm living. But some people, they don't do that. They just continue to live with their choices, and those choices don't end up leading them to a positive place. All right. So how you deal with the chaos and the confusion of dealing with these kinds of people when they're trying to make it feel like it's you don't take it personal. You realize that these are people who are hurt. These are people who haven't dealt with their personal issues, and how they deal with it is taking it out on other people. All right. So you have to, when you're around people like this, if you work with people like this, if you live with people like this, it would benefit you to find some other place to work or get away or not deal with them. But you're going to have to not take it personal because they need healing. All right. So pray for these people, wish them the best. If you can, try to help them. But if they don't let you try to help them, because some of these people are abusive. All right. Some of these people, when you try to go help them, they will lash out at you. And it's like, whoa, I'm only trying to help. All right. I'm only trying to help. It's not like when they try to help you for the pain that they've caused you, like, yo, you need to go see someone. That's somebody that may not be aware of it, but they're gaslighting you because they are most likely the reason if you've been around them for so long and this is a toxic abusive person. So don't take it personal. That is how you stay out of the way. That is how you avoid getting hurt by people who you're trying to help. So you can't take it personal. You have to realize that, hey, this is the only time when it's good for you to throw in the towel, and not throw in the towel necessarily. If you can be there for them, be there for them. But just remember, you're dealing with a narcissistic person, and it's most likely, more than likely, you're not going to be able to be there for them, because only God can help change these people. And when a person wants to change, it's going to have to be something that they do on their own. So I wouldn't try to be like a missionary. I wouldn't try to pretend that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't try to be like Christ in this situation. All right. Because a person has to want to change. These kinds of people, they think they're right. They think there's nothing wrong with them. They think that it's nothing that they need to improve on. They see themselves as perfect. They're in love with themselves the way they are. All right. Some people are so hurt that they just roll with it, and that's who they become. And they go out in the world, and that's why they have that negative outlook on life. This is why the person is so negative, and you're just like, you don't mix well with them. It's like, yo, I want to get away from this person. I really don't like this person. And that's why they really don't like you. That's why the two of you don't get along, and you'll never be able to get along, because they have a mindset that nobody else is right but them. And if somebody doesn't accept me for who I am, it's something wrong with them. It's not something wrong with me. And that's toxic person right there. All right. So you have to get all the toxicity, obviously, out your life. So don't think that is you. Don't feel guilty for your no contact. Don't feel guilty for leaving people alone. Don't feel guilty. You tried to help. You tried to bring these things to this person's awareness. You tried to bring these things to this person's attention. You did the best that you could do. All right. At this point, it's best to try to pray for someone, because you keep trying to help this person. It's going to wear you out. It's going to wear you down. It's going to stress you out. This person may even try to help you in the past, and you actually took their advice, and you actually went and fixed what you needed to fix. You actually went and got help. All right. These people could have possibly even helped you in the past. But the thing is, how can you see something wrong with someone else but not see something wrong with yourself? All right. If you're able to see something with someone else, you should be able to see something with yourself, because if not, you're a hypocrite. And that's the one thing you should avoid, is being a hypocrite. You don't want to be that. All right. God speaks against that. The Bible speaks against that. I'm pretty sure all religions speak against being a hypocrite. All right. Because if you're a hypocrite, that means you're lying, and the truth isn't in you. And it's not good to be a liar, and it's not good to not have truth in you. If you're speaking, if you're trying to help someone, if you're just in life, period. All right. It's not good to not deal with the truth. And a lot of people run from the truth. A lot of people are rubbed the wrong way by the truth. The truth hurts people. All right, you want to talk about injury and bruised ego and stuff like that. The truth hurts people. Even people who want to change, the truth will hurt you. All right, there are some things that people will say, and you'll be hurt by it. But the thing is, you'll be like, you'll sit on it, you'll contemplate on it, and when you're a mature person, you'll be like, wow, that hurt, but it's the truth. I have to deal with that, and I have to fix myself. And people like that aren't really welcomed too well by people who aren't like that. All right. There's a strong level of strength in a person who can see something wrong with themselves and wants to change and wants to fix it. And that is why you make people feel insecure. That right there. All right. That's it. That is what separates strong-minded people from weak-minded people. And everybody has their weaknesses, and everybody has their strengths, but the strongest person is the one who can realize that they're wrong, who can realize they made a mistake, who can realize that they need to change. All right, is something wrong with me? That wasn't right. What I did was wrong. That was a terrible thing. Let me apologize. If you don't accept my apology, I understand, but I have to do that just for the sake of being a righteous person and trying to be the best person that I could be. You don't accept my apology. Okay, I get it. I'm just going to go my separate way. I'm not going to stay around, and I'm not going to allow you to make me feel like lesser of a person. I'm not going to allow you to keep me in a place where I'm no longer at. I'm not going to allow you to try to make me feel like somebody that I no longer am. All right. I fixed me. If you don't want to fix you, I get it. You feel there's nothing wrong with you. I understand that. If I can't help you, then cool. I'm just going to go my separate way. And that is true maturity. That's a person who is growing. That's a person that wants to be a positive person. All right, not everybody wants to be a positive person. Some people would rather deal with themselves as who they are, even if that's a negative person. All right, so I commend you if you're the type of person that wants to change. If you're seeing this video and you know it's something that you need to change, work on yourself. There's nothing wrong with change. There's nothing wrong with the fact that you need to change. If you've done something wrong, it's not the end of the world. If you did something you weren't supposed to do, if you were doing something that is beneath you, it's not the end of the world. You just have to ask God to forgive you. All right, and God's there to forgive you. God loves you. All right. So if there's anything that you need to be forgiven for, repent for it. Ask God to help you with it. Ask God to allow you to heal from it. All right. Ask God to allow you to become a better person. And that is the difference between you and them. That's the difference between you and them. You'll go to your higher power. You'll seek guidance. All right. Sooner or later, it's just naturally in you to want to fix things. You may even be the type of person that sweeps it under the rug for a while, but you're not going to do it forever. You're not just going to want to stay that way, because you're going to see that, wait a minute, I'm trying to do certain things in life, and I still, like, this right here that I didn't deal with is holding me back. This right here that I didn't deal with is it's not allowing me to move forward in life. So I commend everybody that wants to change. If other people don't want to change, it's not your fault. All right, don't get caught up in the chaos that they may try to bring in your life. Don't get caught up in the confusion that they try to bring in your life. It's not you. When you change, that's good. When other people don't want to change, that's obviously not the best thing. But you got to leave people where they are, if especially if they're not going where you're trying to go. If you're trying to go somewhere, if you're trying to get somewhere, if you're trying to be a positive person, you're going to have to go through stages of growth. Just because you're a positive person doesn't mean you still don't have negative things about you that you have to change. But a person that is striving towards better, all right, a person that is striving to please God and not please people, is someone that's going to work on themselves and someone that's going to change, because we all know we're not perfect. We all know that. All right. We all know we're not perfect. Somebody put in the comments the other day, and I'm not upset, but somebody put in the comments the other day, he who is without sin cast the first stone. To me, when people say that, it's like they're trying to get you to overlook the fact that what somebody's doing is bad. All right. Obviously, we're all not perfect. Obviously, he who is without sin cast the first stone, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to not call out something bad or something negative. If I'm doing something bad or something negative, call it out. So because you love me and you want me to fix it, because you're my friend and you want me to fix it, because you care about me and you want me to fix it. You won't just let me sit there and continue to be wrong and crooked and walk the wrong path, instead of help me and guide me, so that way you want to see me do my best. You have my best interest at heart and you want me to walk on a righteous path. So that's how you don't get caught up in the chaos and the confusion. You work on yourself. You become a better person. You realize that everything doesn't have to do with you. Some things might, but just because somebody is feeling some type of way and they're dealing with something, and you're trying to bring it to their attention, or somebody's treating you bad because it's something in you that is causing them to feel some type of way, that's not your fault. You don't have to walk on eggshells. If you feel uncomfortable or anxious around someone who's toxic, it's probably because you're a strong person and you're making them feel that they need to work on themselves, and they probably think that there's nothing wrong with them, and they're like, how dare you make me feel that I need to change something when I don't see what you see. I don't see there's anything wrong with me. I see myself as a good person. I see that there's nothing that I have to fix. when this person will blatantly, just outrightly treat you in a jacked up way. So stay out the chaos, stay out the confusion, realize it's not you. Whatever is you, you know you can fix it. You know you can go to God about it. He'll help you, he'll guide you, and he'll lead you in the right direction. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. You already know what it is. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Let's keep working on ourselves, and let's keep growing.